shit still? Okay, this shit is recording. Okay. First off, we'll let this run while I talk about the lanes and the jungle. The jungle matchup is Vi. Vi versus Evelyn. Vi's damage comes almost exclusively from her Q. She maxes the ability. It is her biggest burst ability. If she does not hit it, she cannot duel anyone. If she does hit it, she can duel most people. The key to 1v1ing Vi, if you ever go on her, is to dodge her Q, basically. If you get hit by it, you'll probably lose. Also, the fact that she'll probably build Red Smite. The thing about this matchup is,
30
you
seconds until
can
minions
evade her,
spawn.
potentially. However, she has a relatively healthy clear, and she will full clear most likely. If she does it well, she'll be like 80% health or higher or something. On the other hand, Vi's invades are extremely lackluster, and I would never count on a Vi in trying to invade you. In terms of pressure, Eve outdoes Vi by
Minions have
pressure a lot
spawned.
early. However, Vi will probably just farm hard and go for level 6, because that is a pretty good strategy on Vi. At level 6, which is around 6 minutes 40 or 6 minutes 50, she will gank, and then her first gank will occur at around 7 minutes. It is at that point at which her pressure can start meeting yours. What you can do, however, is to gank a lot before then, and set your lanes far enough ahead that Vi cannot violently gank lanes that she wants to gank. She can get potential ganks off before her ult is up with her Q, but those are usually pretty telegraphed, and which is pretty obvious because your lane will be so pushed up that it's fucking ridiculous. Okay, speaking of the lanes, mid lane, Yasuo versus Ryze. This is not the best matchup for Ryze. Yasuo is always annoying to gank because he has the ability to dash through you, but at the same time, he will dash onto you, giving you more ways to get onto him, or forcing himself to be on top of you, basically. The other thing is, Ryze has very good CC. He just presses W, and the enemy is locked up. It's honestly very nice. It's a very nice combo to have when ganking. Mid lane is a pretty okay gank. If you get Ryze rolling, he will face roll. If Yasuo gets rolling, he will face roll. You are Eve, this is a pretty free gank. Although it's pretty tricky if you stand next to Yasuo, or just outside him seeing you's range, because he has such high mobility, he's just dashing around all over the place, probably. Bot lane is Lucian Janna versus Tristana Braum. Your lane literally doesn't offer jack shit in terms of CC. You have a Janna. What she's gonna do is sit back on the lane and suck her dick. On the other hand, they have pretty good disengage. Braum is tanky and has his W to jump to an ally. Basically a Lee Sin W. And then Tristana has her W as well, a jump. If they come with their Ws, you can't get onto them unless they're on top of your turret. On the other hand, this would be a good lane for Vi to camp, because her lane has engage, and while yours has peel, yours has squishies. Basically, kill Janna. Top lane is Gangplank versus Jax. There is not much as good that's going to happen there, probably. It's mostly a farm lane, because Gangplank's early is pretty shit. Jax's early is also pretty lackluster, and while they both scale very hard, they both need a lot of farm to do it. They don't have too much kill pressure. If anyone has kill pressure, it's going to be the Jax. This is probably not the best lane to gank because it's not exactly snowbally. Like what Gangplank wants to do is to just sit in lane, farm a shit ton, get ults across the map for free assists, and then scale into like 2 or 3 items extremely fast because of his Q passive and his E's AoE. Basically, this game, camp mid. This is a camp mid game. Let's see what happens. Adding to this, you could probably go 3 camp into mid, because, oh my god, what the fuck? Why is my key not working? Camera control. The fuck? Anyway. So what you should be doing is probably 3 camp and look mid, because Yasuo is probably gonna push in early. I don't think your Rise is gonna start pushing soon. I don't know these mechanics, so I'm gonna skip that during your clear. You should probably be kiting this more. You take a lot of damage on this. Kiting is pretty lackluster. Yeah, you're super low. Holy shit. What the fuck? How do you get you made a heal? Is this how you're supposed to do this shit? I call bullshit. It's ridiculous. This is so inefficient. Okay, at this point, ignoring the fiesta that is your clear, you look mid, you see, okay, if Yasuo does not back here, you should instantly come, but you should not be here right now. Flash on him, good play. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's good. You back off, that's good. You clear the minions, you go into her top jungle, you immediately counter jungle. It's too dangerous to do a red. Oh, she's going back. Take her red, take her red. You have smite up. What are you doing? You bitch the fuck out. You see her backing. You know that she's not going to be here for at least 30 seconds, and you're right next to red, and yet you do not do it. Like, I'm pretty sure red would be a risky play if you did not see her back, but if you did see her back, it's vital that you take this, especially because you're not going to have any problems clearing this. You have doubles. You have smite. This is going to die pretty fast. It's free, and then you can do scuttle, your camps, if you want to, back for items, and then keep ganking mid. That's the correct play here. What do you do instead? Okay, here the read is, Vi is going to go to her red, and then she's going to come up here and gank top, because top is pushed in. You should be warning your laner about this, or you should be setting up for a counter gank. You're probably not going to. How much gold do you have? You should have backed her. You should have gone to you should have gone for right after. Like, if you don't keep coming here, 1 kill is turnable. 2 deaths, really hard to turn. 3, almost definitely unturnable. You gotta kill on this lane. This is a lane without summoners. Yeah, this is a lane without summoners. It's extremely good to gank because you already burned the summoners on this lane. Repeat ganks are good because of that reason. They use their tools on one gank. They are then unable to use their tools on subsequent ganks. You doing the scuttle means you don't deny Vi her red buff. You lose your pressure. You take 1 camp. That's not enough. If you got a kill, you almost got a double, and then you see her backing while you know her top jungle is up. From the pathing she took, she went here. She went Gromp, Blue, Wolves, Scuttle, mid. That is almost definitely the path she took, without even looking at her point of view, because of the angle she came out at, and because she only had a blue buff. You know for a fact that this is clear. On Eve, clearing here is okay. You could potentially full clear, but you don't want to lose pressure in the early game. You have a lead. You want to push it. You want to extend this Yasuo's anus as far as you fucking can. And you also want to deny whatever Vi has to do. Either deny her or you counter gank her. Like, I'm going to predict that she's going to go top. What is she going to do? Oh my god. Like, do you see how fucking telegraphed this shit is? Like, the GP is saved from a gank because he stands back and sucks on his penis. You go and you hold mid. That's fine. Don't go on him. Just hold the mid. That's fine. You're too low. You gotta clear him back. Okay, do you know why this was such a telegraphed move by Vi? Because you knew her red buff was up. You knew she would go directly to it because that's what a regular jungle would do. And then she would see that this lane is pushed up, and she would come gank. You do not have a ward up because you used it here. You should have either stayed here, like you should have either done her red buff, and then come over here and stayed here, or you could tell your GP this, he wards this. He wards this bush right here. He is then safe from the gank. You back immediately, what do you get? You get red smite that thing. Okay. I want you to path towards mid. This is not really gankable. Oh my god, you're ganking it. Your Janna's AFK under tower, dude. What can you possibly get out of it? Holy shit, that worked. What the fuck? And then you just leave? Yeah, dragon is a fine call here. It's an infernal, too. Try to slow it. Okay, do not go for these types of plays if your team is not following up. You are not a champion who can solo dragon, especially at 5. Very few champions can solo dragon at these early levels, and even for those champions, if the enemy comes, they're dead. They're like instantly dead. They get so low doing the dragon, especially one with a damage amplification buff, that if the enemy jungler walks into the river, they will just be dead, or they'll burn flash, and they'll give dragon to the enemy team. Long story short, your bot is not following up. Your mid went to go hold mid. You should never have touched this dragon. Along with that, this is the easiest fucking read for Vi ever. She walks in the rip, oh, they might be doing dragon. I come over here. If they're not, I put a ward on it. I now have vision color dragon. If they are here, oh ho ho, I'm gonna kill the Eve. I'm gonna kill the Eve for free. What is gonna happen? Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck am I watching? What? Let's say that should not have worked because that was... Okay, now with your team, but you need to have... How much vision do you have around here? None. You have no vision control around this area. I know they don't have many threats, but at least stick a ward like right here. Right here, or over here. Get some vision control over here before you start killing objectives. Also, no vision behind you. Level 5, 7. Are you almost 6? Yes, you are. Okay, you're doing okay. With the amount of pressure you're putting out, this is fine. Just back. Are you gonna force mid? No. Really? You better use this red buff. Why would you take red buff and then back? Like, there's no conceivable reason to do what you just did. If you do this, at least don't use your smite on it unless you'll die to it. You're wasting your red smite, you're wasting the duration of the red buff. I don't think you needed this to... Oh my god, you did. In that case, just do raptors. Oh my god, what are you doing? What? Leave it be, you're gonna die if you go over. Okay, I expect you have like 50 gold left, yeah. Okay, so you should probably just took a raptors and then back, and then you thought, instead of just taking the red buff. Raptors are easy to clear as Eve because the little ones do literally half the damage. You clear those Eve. You should be putting more pressure mid right now. Okay, I would go blue mid. donate this to the Rise. Why would you give this to the Rise? He is 38. He is 30 CS down, and he died to Yasuo after you getting first blood. Do you think this is a good investment? He's gonna feed it. This is really good by them. They notice that you are doing your blue, and they catch you. And now Vi is a blue buff. Camus. Just don't donate shitty things. I would donate very well. Because even if you do a nano region per se, it just straight wow, this work. Wow. I've hit Odyssey levels that shouldn't be possible. What next? Is your top lane? It's not. Okay, yeah, going there is fine. This is good, this is good. He pinked that, probably. Did he pink it? What did he do? Yes, so he pinked that. That's the obvious play here. And then you would want to go on him, but your team doesn't collapse. That's unfortunate. You clear you back. Fast forwarding. You wanna force this top? I mean, GP doesn't really have it. If you try to kill him, it's gonna be all you. Ooh, let's see if this pays off. Interesting. Okay, Vi is here to counter game. Wow. Okay. This gank was a fine idea, but Vi just happens to be here. I don't even know if she's good enough to know that counter gank exists right here. Interesting. You should have pushed out that wave. Forced Jax's TP. Backed. Gotten your ball. You're spending like efficient clearing is once they put pressure with the lead that you have. If you have the lead, you should be outputting the pressure. You're really low. You think you can stay? Damn. Why are you staying? Oh, that's wait, that was so soon. You should have waited for it to go a little more. And if they stay, but flashing into 2 when you're like at 20%? Holy shit, dude, that's too much. At this point, you can never touch mid lane again. You would be focusing your efforts in either top or bot lane. In this case, I would suggest top lane. With a Wind Dragon coming up, it's probably better to lean bot side right now, actually, because a dragon fight will probably happen. If it doesn't, you would give a free dragon if you're going topside too much. Which is fine if you get the turret. But your bot lane is around even with theirs right now. And you are very strong. You are, I would say, about the same strength level as Vi. Actually, a little over her. The Tower Vi is very, very good. It's awesome against their team. It'll shit on every single one of their champions. The cloth? No, the cloth is fine, actually. Let's see what you're doing. I would do red buff instead. What is this clear? Like, what is this gay ass shit right here? He spotted you. Yeah, you guys are getting punished. Yeah, you're gonna lose the game right not. Deaths are this game didn't manage to press really hard. You kind of battled a lot of pressure. From here on out, you're going to lose control of your jungle. Because they have tier 1 jungle. They have 2 tier 1s down actually. Your bot jungle now belongs to the enemy team. Your top jungle, most of it's probably gone. The only tier 1 left you have is this tower. These two are both down, meaning that they have free reign over your jungle. Add on to the fact that they have a 5-2 Yasuo and an aggressive bot lane. This is not looking good for your team. Like the correct investment here would have been probably into the bot lane overall and let your Gangplank farm. If your Gangplank can farm, he'll be relevant. If he cannot, he'll be irrelevant. He is doing okay. He is farming up. You can try to snowball him, but I don't think it'll work very well. Yeah, bot will probably get this start eating. Like, you don't respect the enemy's damage or engages, to be honest. Both of your deaths were that this game, where you flashed into Yasuo and tried to kill him, and then you underestimate their die potential. That was a pretty easy raid, because 2 of them are already there. Their bot lane's missing. The read there is mid-tower with 3 or 4 people, straight into a dragon. And from there on, set, and oh my god, that is a good catch. What will you do with it? You cannot do anything with it, can you? Yeah, you need to push down mid-tower. You need to get a tower for your team. No. Oh my god, thank god. Tower. You push in the second tier and then you leave. You have to trade buff before. There's no way you could have defended the top. You had to pressures across. Top is their response to your pressure mid. Here you want to reset. Are you getting a gauntlet? Interesting. I would have considered a proto belt here. You're fed. You need to be the carry. You want to get onto someone and kill them. And I would recommend... Gauntlet is not a bad idea, actually. I would consider proto belt too. Fuck you. Yeah, trying to one-shot the enemy carry. And this lane... Oh my god, what the fuck? Wow, that's unfortunate. Yes, take a good fight. Take the fight. Oh, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, you're 7-2. You can probably stall this game out long enough. You have the power to match Yasuo. He's going Triforce. Yeah, that's not really a good build. Position.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
However, he is outputting way more pressure. Do you see what he's doing? He's got a single just wipe out like 2 or 3 at a time. Last time he won because it wasn't too good. Yasuo could easily 1v2, I'm pretty sure. Because the rest of your team is combined 1 and 10, 2 and 10. The rest of your team is 2 and 10, 3 and 10. They're pretty fucking weak. You are the one with the majority of your team's power. What the fuck is going on? Why are you here? What? Wow! Oh, you got this? You don't even die for it. You don't even get it. You just fucking die. Okay. Usually, tower for a person is not the worst thing you could have done. But when you're super overextended, like you have no control over the spots whatsoever. As they've demonstrated, they are free to walk in and just pressure your jungle whenever they feel like it. Another thing that makes this a bad trade, even if you had gotten it off, is the fact that you were 7-2. Without you, your team is probably nothing. That's how bad it is. This opens up the opportunity for them to push down this turret. Or they push in mid and they are probably going to go for this turret. And then they will set up for Dragon and they will take it, probably for free. Let's see what they do with that. Your deaths are super careless. That's like the extent of what I've got. Really? Pack Striker pot? Your team really can't do much about it besides try to clear it, but on one push they've got. Meanwhile, Yasuo is a split pushing monster. None of you can really stop him. Like, the theoretical way to stop this guy, the theoretical way to stop them would be, what the fuck are you doing? Are you trying to solo him? I'm pretty sure he outduels you. Never mind, not with the Oh my god, you saw the wrong thing. Oh my god. Holy shit, you got cucked. So hard. The build you're going, you are probably looking to duel Yasuo. That's what your build is telling me. You are not dueling Yasuo for most of this game. What you are doing instead is trying to kill someone. Like burst, and that's perfectly fine. Gauntlet synergizes with the 1v1ing of a fed AD, but not really with assassination. That's not going to help you kill someone as much as a protobelt would. With the style you're going, I would suggest a protobelt. Furthermore, you not being with you splitting against Yasuo is okay. Kind of. There's really not much good stuff you can do against this Yasuo. What you're trying to do is one-shot the enemy carry and take favorable fights. If that's true, you should have ideally you would have 5 people with you. And then you do that together, and then you push and you race Yasuo for objectives, because you will do it faster than he will. On the flip side, if you are the one splitting against Yasuo, it's a tough situation, because you're the only one who can feasibly duel him. However, you're also most of your team's strength, and the enemy team will just engage on yours and just blow up everyone. That's kind of a split focus. But regardless, with what you're doing, your build's not really synergizing with it. And you should just walk up to this pushing back. Because you know if you start backing here, you're trying to flank the 1v4. And no one gets it. Feels good. And that was extremely dangerous. That was it.
I'll come back stronger.
From here on out, you need to wait. Oh my god, you missed it. Holy shit, you survived? Wow. I do not, however, think you can do Baron. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Double kill.
Wow. Not gonna lie, that was pretty good. And that was pretty fucking boosted, but they can't do Baron. They're gonna do that as push down the C2. It's fine. It's good. when his entire team is super behind. Your hope would have been
Red
for
team's turret has
Yasuo
been
to not
destroyed.
expand his lead, but he did, like a good player. Gangplank needs to level this game. That's
Blue team's
unfortunate.
turret has been destroyed.
Yasuo is basically too far ahead for any of you to deal with, except maybe you. However, even with Red Smite, I think it would be close, and would have build dedicated to killing him. Basically, the problems you had this game were not applying pressure hard enough, like not counter jungling more when you see the enemy jungler backing is a huge mistake. Not repeatedly coming mid was also a huge mistake. Overstaying, like some of your plays worked well, but only because the enemy was so retarded. You need to learn how to not overextend, I think is the thing. Because you go for potential plays like this one, you went too fast, you didn't get it. And then getting caught sometime else, I think. Getting caught in a dive. Getting caught in a dive is really bad. Because it was a really obvious one. If you can predict what the enemy team is doing, or like decide, yeah, you need to predict what the enemy team is doing, be there to respond to it. Like you saw what I did with this top thing, right? The correct play here, I would say, is take this red buff with your smite, come here, counter gank. Because that's what she would likely be looking for. She will come top, she will do Krugs, she will look for a gank. Oh look, top's pushed in. I'm gonna go gank that. Boom, double kill. And then the other plays, pretty fucking obvious. If they apply pressure like that, you need to be able to apply pressure somewhere else. Unfortunately, you weren't able to do that this game. Also for Yasuo's, cap the shit out of them. Once you get your lead, once you have, like, your clearing is good for letting you keep up, but Eve relies less on farm than on kills. Eve wants to get a lot of ganks off early and put her lanes ahead, because as a solo, you probably won't be able to carry as Eve. You need a fed member with you to help you carry. And Eve excels at getting people ahead so that they can become the fed members that will help her carry. However, you did not do that this game. Most of your kills were solo. You did not get any of your lanes ahead, and that was a huge problem. After mid lost, which was an unfortunate event in itself, and which you might have been able to prevent had you backed earlier and come mid again, you would have probably invested all your time in bot lane. Because Gangplank is not someone who needs ganks. Gangplank is someone who wants farm, and you want to let him farm. And if you try to help him farm, you're going to deny him, because you're taking his farm in EXP. That's basically all I have this game. From here on out, you will start to lose control of the game. You want to do what their team did in your games in the future, where you take control of the enemy jungle, however. Small thing again, pings. And when you're building something, know what it's going to be good for. Like, for example, if I was Graves, and I noticed that, oh, they have a Malzahar, so I'm going to build a QSS. This would be the wrong decision if Malzahar was not always ulting me. If Malzahar is never ulting me, and he's always ulting someone else, I would say, oh, QSS would be against their team, but they're playing in such a way that it is not very useful, and therefore I would not get QSS. Your build might be good, but it might fulfill a different job than what you're planning to do. Is that okay? I hope that makes sense. Also, I'm done with this replay. I need to go to the fuck to sleep.